Hey guys, it's Gift of Gab. So today in this video, I am going to be showing you what I have been working on for the past like week and a half or so, maybe. So I haven't really been on Amino much. I've been getting pretty distracted with Lord knows what. I really couldn't even tell you why I haven't really been on it. I've been busy, but I haven't really been busy doing anything in particular. Mostly just sitting around and doing nothing, basically. I guess, just needed time to sit and do absolutely nothing but sit on, YouTube, I guess. And, I recently bought the Spyro game, the remastered one. So, I've been playing that too. So, my days off, I've been doing practically nothing. But in the times that I'm not doing nothing, I have been working on this. And you can see my array here. This isn't even all the stuff that I use for this or that I use in my pen pal letters and stuff like that. This is just what I brought home from my mom's house. So I keep most of it there because for some reason I'm always more creative at her house than I am at mine. So most of it stays there. But I brought home my washies and my stickers and my markers over there. So if I wanted to work in this, I can. But yeah, I started this about a week and a half ago, and I'm already a lot further than I thought I would ever be. I have a tendency to start projects and then never finish them. I get really excited and do the first part of a project out of the 8 parts and then never finish it. But this is practically almost done, and I literally only started about a week and a half ago. And so it's not a junk journal in a sense. It kind of is, but it isn't. There's really no particular name that I would put to it besides the fact that it's a journal. And it's just kind of whatever I feel like putting in it, basically. So it's not specific to anything. I guess if you had to put a name to it, it would be a pen pal letter journal, because this is basically I really wanted a place to put my pen pal letters so they weren't just kind of sitting in random places not being appreciated. So I got a file organizer, and I had them by pen pal in there, but then I didn't really like that either because I couldn't see them and as well as I would have liked to. And then I had been looking at a bunch of ideas of journaling, and I finally realized just put them in a journal. So it took me a couple days to kind of figure out what I wanted to do with putting how to put them in the journal without messing them up and stuff like that. And I finally figured out a way that I liked, and then I kind of just made different ideas per letter and stuff like that. But so basically any letter that I've gotten so far, minus the stationery sets that I've bought off people, all of the letters are in here. And I will be showing you guys some of those. The only problem I had is I got really excited when I started putting them in here that I forgot which ones I had made a video for incoming pen pal letters or not. I just kind of put everything in here and then afterwards went, oh, okay, I don't remember videoing that one, or that one. So there's some in here that you guys haven't seen. I'll try to focus on those. I'll probably make another video and focus on those for another incoming pen pal video, but they're not going to be obviously as good as the other ones because I've already taken the extras out. Because the only things that I really put in here would be the letters, the envelopes that they come in, the playlist, the questions and answers, and anything else that little extra conversation pieces I put in here as well. But yeah, we'll get into that in a little bit. But sorry for those who I didn't get to post a video about. I will definitely post another video, just not as much as I usually post in my other videos with that. But I will post a video of those after this one, most likely. But I just wanted to show you guys what I've been working on and why I've been kind of distracted, but I've been having a lot of fun. And the problem with other journals and putting a particular title to it, so every time I start a project specifically, I feel pressured finish it and to do it a particular way. And what I really like about this is that I'm not this is only for your pen pal letters, or this is only for this, or this is only for writing long paragraphs. This is literally whatever I feel like doing. I flip to a page that I think fits it, and I just jump into it. And it doesn't have to look a certain way or anything. I can literally just start gluing random things or taping random things down, and it's perfectly fine because it doesn't matter. Like, there's no guideline to how I have to do this. So it's really like, I think that's why I got as far as I did already within the week and a half, because I'm not limiting myself or putting guidelines, and that's really hard for me to kind of let loose and just do that. And I managed to figure out how to do it with this. So I actually have already started working on another one, because this one, like, you can tell, like, just by looking at this, I haven't even made it to the middle binding of this composition book. Like, the middle binding is here. I've made it like halfway to the middle binding, and this is already so thick that I'm not going to be able to put any more pages into it. So I've already started working on a second one. And these are like extras and stuff like that, like the scraps for the papers that I put in this one. I can get into that later, but yeah, so this is something that I'm apparently going to be sticking to, because this, I feel like, normally when I do crafts, I get really stressed because, like I said, it's hard for me to kind of let loose and just make things and not think too hard about it. And for some reason, just throwing stuff on paper and gluing it down really helps my brain, because I've been so relaxed doing this lately. So I'm definitely going to be sticking with this. And the only thing that might bother me is there's going to be multiple of them everywhere with like no rhyme or reason into what's in what, which, I mean, it's fine, like I said, because there's no guidelines to anything, and I just have to remind myself that it doesn't have to be in separate books. Like, you don't have to have pen pals here and pictures and like scrapbook pages over there. Like, it's literally whatever, wherever. As long as you date them pages, you will be okay. Which, now that I say that, I made a couple pages in here earlier that I need to date, so when we're going through, I'll probably do that. But okay, 7 minutes later, without further ado, we're gonna get into this. I want to start by saying that the composition book, like the cover of it, like, this is just a regular composition book, like just a regular composition book. The only thing that was different about it, my mom had bought this one and this one already a long time ago, and she decorated the outsides of them. So like this one has the pink and like this paper on the side, and then this one is purple. I really like this one more. I wish I had seen this one. Ooh, I didn't even see. I've never flipped it over and looked at the back. I wish I would have seen this one before I saw the pink one, because I like the purple more than the pink, but it really doesn't matter since I've already started to migrate into the purple. But either way, Mom had already decorated them. So when I said I was looking for like a full-size journal without having to go buy one, she was like, oh, look at here. And I was like, okay, here we go. And normally I don't like composition books, but I think I like this one, like, because it really is a journal, and that binding, all right, like the binding is staying. Okay, so I started off not really knowing what I was going to be doing, so I just put in, like, I had these scraps, so I was like, okay, let's throw them in there. And I used, what are they called, crazy scissors, and I just cleaned up the edges a little bit. I'm definitely going to go back through and decorate this more, hopefully at some point. Whenever I find the motivation to do that, then I will definitely do that. But for now, I'm really not worried about this page, because I kind of made it as like a, what do I put on the first page sort of thing. And I was like, well, put an intro. So I put an intro, but like it was kind of half-assed, and which is fine, like whatever. I can go back and fix it at any point. So basically just property of me, hello. And then down here, I made a little section talking about my different favorite things. So favorite colors are purple and red, favorite food, favorite animal, favorite stationery, and then I put the names of my pets. So my 2 cats, my dog, and my hamster. And then we go into the next pages. I was like, dude, my pets. So I made pages for each of the pets I just named. So Lucky was first, and I tried to kind of, what I did for the rest of these pages on was I have regular like pattern paper, like it's not cardstock or anything, it's just regular designer paper that came from a paper pad, and I had no idea what I was going to do with them, because like the cardstock is easy to use because it's thicker and you can use it for projects, and like the paper's not going to tear or anything. But the regular designer paper, I was like, what am I ever going to do with those? And when I started doing this, I went, oh my god, it can be on the background of the paper. So for the first like 5 days, that's all I did was I cut out the papers, and then I glued them to the back of however many papers I found. So like, or I cut out. So like one day I picked out all the different papers from the paper pads that I liked. The next day I cut them down, and the day after that I glued them down, and the gluing them down was so hard because I didn't want to use up all my, where is it at? All my photo stickers to cover the backs. So then I was like, okay, I'll get the pressy roll-on tape. So I bought 2 packages of those, and like 10 pages in, I ran out because like I was doing the corners, like the edges, to make sure it stayed. So then about halfway through, I ran out. So then I had to like glue stick the rest of them down, and it was so frustrating because it would stay, but as soon as I like, because you press it down and it would stay, then you turn the page, and 2 pages later you'd see it falling out. So like you really had to glue it down as soon as it got there. And then even now, every now and then I have to re-glue a corner down or whatever it is. So like, this isn't the best way to do it, but like if you already have an extra journal, then you may as well just kind of improvise. But I know a lot of people will make their own with the paper itself already, and that's cool too. So this is just what I had, and this is a way for me to use my paper pads. But anyway, okay, so for my pets, the first 4 pages, like I said, I did a page for each animal. This is when I picked paper specifically for the scrapbook pages I was gonna make. So like this blue with the white polka dots kind of reminds me of my cat Lucky, and the cupcakes, like Lily's a little chunky kitty, so I put cupcakes on the back of hers. Like, so for these first 4 pages, I picked the papers that went behind, and then all of the pages and the rest were just the pages that I liked, and I just glued in. And then when I made the pages later, so like when I attached certain things to it, I would flip through and find the page that I thought fit what I was doing the most, and then I put the stuff on it. That is kind of hard, only because I had like all these paperwork from paper pads, so there was a lot of similar colors and not a lot of other colors because they're all from the same theme, you know. So it's got a little hard at some points, but that's definitely fine. Like I said, this is just something that I'm just throwing together. It's not something I have to really put too much thought into. It's just no stress, basically, trying to. So what I did for these pages was I picked their backgrounds, and then I wanted to put like a second layer of a different color from smaller paper pads that I had or scraps that I could use. So I glued those down with stick glue, and then used washi that I think went with them too, and just kind of put the washi in random places. Like with Emily's, you can kind of tell they're ice cream at the top and then ice cream here. And then I picked some stickers that I thought went with them, and then in their little extra pages I wrote their names, and then I wrote the type that they are. So like Lucky and Emily are both mixed cats, their colors, and some of their favorite things, and their birthdays. So I did that for each of them. Both the cats, I did it for Chewy, and I did it for Scarlet the hamster. I haven't put pictures in them yet. I need to, that's gonna be the hardest part of me doing this, is printing pictures. I can easily just go to Walmart and drop a handful of money on some pictures, but I do get them free from this app called Free Prints, but it's like a once a month thing. So, but I don't mind waiting to put those particular pictures I want in the empty spots and stuff like that. So eventually pictures will be in there, but it's not rushed, so not too worried about that. But yeah, so this one is Chewy's, this one is Scarlet the hamster's. And then here's where I start just the random pages. There's nothing on these, as you can see. But next, here we go. I made this one today, and that's why I was saying earlier that I need to date some of these, because I have not dated this, but I just made this at my mom's house earlier today. So this heart paper I really liked, and it ended up next to this paper. I don't particularly like this one, but I didn't mind it either way. I found these on my dresser. I bought them last Easter, and they're for hanging outside the Easter baskets to like put your initial on them. And I bought them because they were on clearance. They were like 10 cents each or something like that, because it was a couple weeks after last year's Easter. So it was stuff they were trying to get rid of, and I was like, a G and a J, hello. So I bought them, and I hadn't used them. It's been almost over a year already. And before I was about to leave to go to my mom's today, I found them sitting on my dresser, and I was like, dude, boyfriend, girlfriend page, here we go. So all I did was I used the photo stickers on the back, the double-sided stickers, and I just stuck them in, I believe, 3 different spots on each one, and I just stuck them down on the paper. I wrote the day we got together on here, and then I put a couple stickers. I might put more, but I also am kind of hesitant on doing try not to do the most and overdo it. So I might just leave it like that, because I don't want to put too much on it and then regret how much stuff I shoved on it. Anyway, I found, about 2 months ago, I printed a bunch of pictures, and I was going through my pictures and found a bunch that I really liked. So this one I liked to go next to the couple page, and this is actually a picture that we took at the first Hooks games that we went to. That's a minor league baseball team in our city, and this minor league team is actually one of the teams that the Astros normally pick their players from when they're going to move people up. They normally pick from this team, the Hooks, and usually from Round Rock, which is another minor league baseball team. But we have the stadium here, so I've been here before. Like, I've lived here my whole life, so I've been to a bunch of Hooks games. But Jeff isn't from here, and he'd never been to one before, so this was our first Hooks games together. And here I'm gonna write about how we ended up going and this and that, and I'm just gonna write about basically the picture. I like this little sticker, so I put that there. And then I wrote first Hooks games on the side, and then I'm gonna write the date that we went. I don't remember it off the top of my head, but the picture is still in my phone because I printed these pictures from my phone. So all I have to do is go back to the day I took the picture, and then I can just write that all on the side. But yes, I did these pages today. We have more empty pages. This is kind of fooling us here, because all these empty pages, because it makes it look like I haven't gotten a lot done. But trust me, I promise I have. Okay, see, look, more. It makes it look like I haven't done anything. And then you get to this page. Okay. So let's see what we got going on here. The only problem I have is that I try to reuse the washi that they've given me, like that they use on their letters. I try to use that washi to make their letters stick to the page and to make their little pieces stick and stuff like that. So sometimes it comes undone a lot, but I mean, poke it back. That's all it takes. Okay, so this is the first pen pal letter page that I have. This is one of my favorite pen pal letters that I've ever gotten. I think because of the amount of effort she put into making this letter. And everybody puts so much effort into their letters, and like I always feel like I never do enough. And then I look at this one in particular, and I'm like, you're failing, girl, you're slacking. But either way, all of that aside, I love every letter that I get, and that's why I wanted to put them in like this journal, so like into something so I can appreciate them in, because I just love them so much. But anyway, so I found the paper that I wanted to put it to. She really did this pink theme, so I wanted to stick with that. But what I did is I stuck the envelopes on the side. So I went to like the middle binding, and I put washi tape to hold down on both sides. So it's kind of like a little flip book, basically. It's a little add-in extra effect here. So I washi taped the envelope down to the side. And then I tried to put the letters kind of in the top corners on most of them. And like this one, it folds out so that it's even bigger. Ta-da! Yeah, so some of them work out where you can read it exactly how they posted it. And then some of them are kind of like, you see how the back of this paper is upside down? Like a lot of them are like that, so that when you open them, you can read them without having to take them out of the book. But the letter goes on normally folded so that I can fit other stuff on the page, and then you can kind of flip it out of the way with the washi tape. She sent me a playlist, and she put it in this cute little envelope, so I just washi taped how she had the envelope washied closed. I just opened that and then washied it down right there. And then all I would have to do is flip it up inside the playlist out. Oh, look what I did. That's what I get for making a video. Okay, but there's that one. Be careful. And then here's this one. This is where I have the questions that she asked me. That's where she put them. And then just fold all that back. And that's basically all of the pages are. They've got their letter, they've got their playlist and their questions, and then if they answered, like if it's a secondary letter, then if they answered questions or anything, then I put that on the page as well. But they have all that, and then I put who the pen pal is. I write their name on it, and I decorate it with a couple stickers that kind of match the color scheme. And then I went through and I numbered all of them based on if this was our first pen pal letter to each other, or if it was our second or our third and stuff like that. So this was our first one. Oh, and the date that I made it, because you girls, you gotta date stuff. Put dates on everything so you remember. Okay, but there's that first page. Here's another one of the pages that I have, and just envelope to the side. Don't look at my address, you creepers. Alright, but here's the envelope, and then this is from Eden. So I just picked the background that kind of fit with the color scheme that she had already sent me. This is the letter here, and like I said, it just folds out. There we go. Then you just fold it back together. And then this is where she put the playlist and her questions. And I love that she put it in this little book because it made it so easy to make the journal page interactive. Like, I just washi it down and here you go. Here it is. And this is our first one, so I put the one there, and look, there's the date. Doing so good so far. Alright. This is the only problem I have, is turning pages because there's stuff everywhere. Okay. So then we have, I did this last night actually. Oh, an issue with just gluing and taping scrapbook pages down into the regular paper is that if you don't cut it exactly perfect, they kind of mush into each other, which really doesn't bother me, but like if that's something that's gonna bother you, then you gotta watch that. Make sure you cut it straight. Oh, and on top of that, I cut them all the same sizes, but as you get towards the middle, if you look, the pages kind of start doing this, like the scrapbook paper on the regular paper, because they can't get as far into the binding because of all the other pages in the back. So like, keep that in mind as well, because if you look this way, like when you close it, you'll see them sticking out. Some of it is the extra paperwork that I put in it, but most of it is the scrapbook paper coming out of the side. So just keep that in mind too. Okay, so this is, I like to make like to-do lists, and when I usually do them at work when I like don't have time to do everything at once. So like I make a to-do list of the thing I'm supposed to be doing in the next 10 minutes, and then I forget it and I leave it around places. So I am really big on them. What I'm probably going to start doing is just kind of taping them in into the journals, just because like those are something that I did at some point. So here's a memory for you. Not particularly work-related ones, but just other to-do lists and stuff like that. Well, I did this one last night. It's not, this isn't like, I named it list of extras because these aren't things that I have to do, but it's things that I want to do. So, just wrote a couple things on there, and I like the little bottom, and then if I think of more things, I'm going to add them in. Did not put a date on that one because I'm a bad child. Put a date on that soon. I like this paper. This one is so pretty, and like I did this design in the corner so that it could just be right here. You could put stuff on the other side. Alright, next page. Butterflies. This is from my pen pal Ellen. She is from the Netherlands, if I believe it. Am I right? No, she's from Sweden. This isn't my Netherlands one. This is from Sweden. But here's her letter. Hers was just the right size, where all I had to do was stick it on. Oh, her questions kind of fell. So we'll fix that. See, and like I said, I used the washi that, like secondhand using their washi here. So sometimes they just kind of fall out. So just gotta put that back. I'll get to that in a minute. But her questions are there, and then all you have to do is pick up the corner and you can see it. I loved her, like, her little drawings on the envelope though. Like, it's so cute. And I like, that is one thing I think I really am bad at, is decorating the envelope. Because I'm like, yeah, let's decorate the inside and all the contents. But then I forget that the envelope can be cute too. Like, but yeah. So this is a page that I worked on today. With the photos that I found. This is a page that I'm going to dedicate to my grandma. And then I'm gonna write stuff here about, I don't know what I'm gonna write about yet, whether it's about my grandma herself or times that we spent together. I'm not sure yet. But there's a page for that. Ah, for some reason this page, this is like the worst page for some reason. This one will not stay. But anyway, here's another pen pal page. This is from Katrina. Oh, hello, Katrina. And I love the way she did this because they're already on cute, you know, so cute. They're already on, yeah, EXO. So what I did was I just washi them down, and then they're like flip overs, but like mostly we're just gonna look at EXO. Put it, hey Shanyo, how you doing down there? But yeah, and even on the back of her letter is a picture of EXO. Hello. Okay, so there's that one. Flip that over. Here's another page. Here's another letter. This is from Emily, and I love this one. Ooh, look at this. Love that. I like this one a lot because it's not K-pop themed, which I haven't, like none of it is really K-pop themed except for a little bit of the context in the letter. And it was like, I definitely do not mind K-pop letters. Like, I love them to death, but it was nice to get one that wasn't like completely focused on it. It was refreshing. I was like, oh, it's nice to receive letters that aren't K-pop too, because like my brain feels like that's all I have to write about. And like, that's not true. Hello, look at this. But yeah, so this is her letter and then her questions, and she included like notes of pen pal package when she sent it to me, so I put that on there. Turn the page. Extra pages. Oh, I love this page. Extra page. I really like the way this one came out. Look at her little doodle. But the way I did this, because some of them, they're kind of haphazard, like, I don't know why some of them came out like choppy if you look at them, but like this one came out really nice. But we have that, and then this is her letter here, and then questions and playlist, and a little cat in a cup. Alright, oh, and then if they have like anything that didn't really fit on the page that was also in their letter, I put that in the envelope so that it wouldn't get lost and it like stayed with the rest of it. Some more extra pages, another page. See, like, look at that. Don't have to glue it back down. All right, this was my first one from my pen pal Crystal. This is her letter, and I like the way this one folds out. Folds out different than the rest of them. And then the questions and playlist. This one is a second letter from my pen pal Linda. I don't think I had room to even write her name on this because there was so much going on, which is completely fine. But here's the letters. I just folded them into themselves. And then all of that jazz. Another page. Look at all that cute washi. Okay, this is from a new pen pal Summer. I still need to respond to this letter. But here's the little envelope. Here's her letter here, and like, see how it's upside down, but then when you fold it out, it's the right direction. But there's that, and then she did like some of her notes front and back, so I just taped the side, and then ta-da! Alright, there's that one. These are ones I haven't finished yet. These are postcards I've gotten from two of my pen pals, and I want to make separate pages about the locations themselves, so I didn't want to put them with the letters that they came with, only for that reason, that I'm going to make entirely new pages based off of their cities. So to my pen pals, if you would like to send me postcards of where you live, I would definitely appreciate it, so I can make city pages for you guys. So those are in there waiting for me. This is my first pen pal letter from my pen pal Des. So this is her letter, and a bunch of other things are in there. This is my first letter from B. I'm still responding to this one as well. But she gave me 3 of the same size, so I just kind of spotted them around. Her letter did not fit on the page because it was front and back and all folded together, and I did not want to have to tape down anything that I would miss. So it's just in the envelope, and then some of her extras are in here. I haven't put them with the rest of my stuff yet. And then this is letter 2 from Crystal. See, this is one of the extras I was talking about with her mom's kitty. So I put that on there, her letter and playlist. Here's my first letter with Linda. Bunch of things going on that. Another page. This one is making me so sad because I need to rewashi it for it to stay down, because it will not stay down. But here's another one I need to respond to. It's from Nicole. And she made like this cute little booklet for the playlist and the questions and answers. And so I was like, I can't, like, what? She basically did it for me. So all I did was I glued the back page there, and you can still be completely interactive with the booklet, and I just love it. Okay, so there's that one. We are almost done. Here's another page that I need to glue down. Another letter. This one, the envelope is close enough that it's kind of mushing in the side, but that's totally okay. Hey, stop it. Stop it. Alright. Oh, and that was the last page. That was the last page. Alright, and you can see, look at the gap there. I am not even anywhere near the middle of the competition book. And it's so, like, it's so puffy. Look at that. But yeah, I really like where it's at, and completely, like, minus the washi, like, kind of falling out every now and then. Like, this is basically stress-free. Like, I love this. And then I started the second one, the purple one. Here's the extra paper from when I was putting the pages in, but started this extra one because of how puffy the other one is already. And basically all I'm doing so far is I'm using the pictures. So the pictures are all kind of in the same spot. This is when we first moved into our house. This is Christmas. And then I'm trying to leave gaps so that I can write about either the picture or the holiday itself. Then I'm going to go back and put the dates and stuff like that. And oh yeah, my babies. But yeah, so just wanted to share with you guys what I've been working on, and just let you know that, like, if you've been interested in journaling, but like the pressure of kind of making it only about one thing was kind of bothering you, then this is definitely something you can do. Because for a while, like, I really wanted to do a K-pop journal, but I also didn't have the motivation at the same time. Like, I was like, oh, those are really pretty, like, that'd be cool to do. But then I could never get myself to do it because I was horrified of, like, messing it up. But, like, now that I don't have to solely focus on K-pop journaling, like, somehow it's 10 times better. So I will be putting K-pop journal entries in here as well. I have my photo cards with me. They're in that crayon box. I have my photo cards with me so I can make pages dedicated to, like, certain idols and stuff like that. So that's gonna be the way, because there's certain photo cards where I'm like, I can't give that to anybody. I have to keep that. And then I'm like, well, what am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna do with this photo card besides hoard it? Hello, put it in a journal. But yeah, so let me know if you found this idea cool or anything, or if you have, like, if you think I should name it something in particular or something. Like, it's really just, like, it's kind of not even a journal, because it's just, half of this is just pages that other people wrote me, but, like, either way, it's basically just a bundle of love. But let me know what you guys are up to, and I'll be posting that video of the incoming mails that I haven't posted videos for. I'm going to be posting them in here. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and you got some inspiration ideas for your own journaling or your own pen pal letters. And I just hope you liked the video, and I hope you have a good night. Bye!